This one looks pretty tough. Waiting over. I can't give you anything for that injury. I can't give you anything for that injury.
Да общался тут бы он, блин, если бы интернет не вылетел. Что игра, говорит, интересная, поиграть ее, говорит, стоит. А я, чтобы это, блин... Ну, короче, это, удалил уже. Не обращай внимания. Его, блин. Остали эти, блин, тараканы эти, блин. Все эти на них угробил жизни. И лекарства. Ну вот этих тараканов, блин. Чё, блин, и не переселися сейчас. Эти два кто-то там вдвоем ходят. Кто там? Собаки. Два, если бы два они тут были. Три. Убежали куда-то. Блин, что сегодня с интернетом вообще вырубается раз за разом? Главное, фишка в чем, блин? Связь отрубается. Ну, я имею в виду Wi-Fi сам. Я уже как модем его врубил. Да ё-моё. наконец-то.
Might I be of service, sir? In addition to managing the personality matrices of the other household utilities, I can provide Sir with direct access to the commissary. Any goods Sir might require may be purchased through my shopkeep interface, whence tiny robots shall deliver them forthwith to this very domicile. Indubitably, sir. Very good, sir.
Very good, very good. Куда идти-то? Так, я понимаю, вот этим типам базарить с ними надо. Вот с этими, с какими-то. А с каким? Вот с этим.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated. Why, yes. We are filled with the knowledge you speak of. If you wish to know more, simply ask the others. They can help you. What? You did? Your survival, let alone success, barely registered in my projections. Now, all I need to do is check my transmission databank. Mobius is always filling it up with his psychotic calls. Oh yes, there's the schematics, just like you said. How truthful. Yes, yes. Yes, No. I mean, yes. You just need to analyze these technologies for a moment. They are extremely advanced, you know. I know how these technologies work. Of course I know. If you remember, we described them in clearly abstract, contradictory statements before. Why would we do that if we weren't certain on how to use them? Yes, so let me... a bit, I'll figure it out. Yes, that's what I believe I said. I've got it. The cardiac regulator in the suit, the antenna for brain waves, and the sonic frequency for the vertebral nerves. I'm thinking. This is all very complicated. Let me check something. Of course. I have it. The override sequence to open the Forbidden Zone door is hidden in the schematics. Well, not hidden. It's actually right there, behind the programming equivalent of coffee stains. It's embedded in what seems to be recursive code. It's badly commented there and there. Oh, and null pointers very sloppy, Mobius. You see, using the antenna to boost the emitter's sonic frequency, and the stealth suit to bypass the Forbidden Zone lock, yes, that could work. Was that my plan? It must have been. Sometimes I truly surprise myself. The door is open, and now Mobius will get his. Biological? Ridiculous. I mean, technically, these items could all be used to put you back together once you had your brain. But for now, they can be used in the name of aggression. The door should be unsealed. Now, instead of being subjected to threats, we can now send an equally threatening message to Mobius. And that message is science. Deliver this message, and Big Mountain shall be freed from Mobius's reign of terror. You can go now. That's your cue.
Так, набазарился я с ним. Мне бы еще этих аптечек, блин, где-нибудь набрать. А их нифига нету. Думаю, на что он там навелся? Очки, блин. Блин, жалко, та серия оборвалась. Час стримил. Бэкси все. Ядер полость, совсем по рилу заберем.
Might I be of service, sir?
Так, вот он не продает плохо ничего. Я бы у него купил лекарства всякие, а их нет у него нифига. Вон одни патроны. И ту большую часть я ему напродавал. Было одно лекарственное, и ту я у него скупил, и все, фигня какая-то. Тут растения уже повырастали. Редиска вон. Так, с этим я наобщался уже. Здесь не работает. Тут не работает. Тут мои мозги с позвоночником. Диван, блин. А где их взять, эти данные, блин?
Might I be of service? In addition...
Блин, да. Не нужно мне больше ничего.
This one looks pretty tough.
Опять эти шмакодырки, блин. Они меня достали уже, вот честно говорю. Мне все здоровье угробило, я все аптечки, блин. Они респаунятся и респаунятся. Да когда вы кончитесь? Сдохни ты, блин. Куда ты побежал? Убегает. На тебе, на вдогонку. Достали они, вот честно говорю, достали. У меня аптечек нет, ничего нет. Я все на них угробил, на вот таких вот, блин. Сколько их можно убивать уже? И они респаунятся, 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 респаунятся. Достали уже, блин. Сейчас вот выйду, да, и они опять что ли будут. Короче, это тупорылое DLC, честно говорю. И аптечки купить нельзя. О, сразу. Сходу здесь уже. Ну, правильно, я много там не пыркался. Сразу переселился, и они уже здесь. И чё мне сейчас только бежать?
I can't give you anything for that injury.
Сейчас нажрусь всего. Винтов, аптечек. Может, жизни восстановится чуть-чуть. Ё-моё, вот в натуре вы достали. Ну, какие здоровые, блин. Достал ты, блин. Все, убили. Я говорю, ни жизни не восстановить, нифига, блин, эти... У меня нету слов. Вот в натуре уроды какие-то сделали это DLC. Уродская DLC. Так, надо что-то, наверное, взять. Не знаю, костюм. Вот этот снять. Может, нормальный там я вроде скидывал. Этот стал с костюмом, уже убили его. Я его ремонтировал вроде бы. А туре дебилизм какой-то. Аптечки купить нельзя, сделать нельзя. Вот, броня есть. Боезапас, разная помощь. Костюмы. Вот эту оставлю, а вот эту сброшу нафиг.
I'll miss you.
Чё у меня есть из стволов там? Так, а вот это урон сколько у него? 45. Сейчас возьму вот это вот. Пойду их кромсать. Достали они уже, вот они. На! Ушел один. Давай, следующая жертва. Пошел разнос. 3 же было. А чё не видно нифига? О! Фига там и робот-скорпион. Кто-то уже меня жахнул. Блин, лучше бы аптечку какую дали. Какой-то чудо-клей. Что там за чудо-клей такой? Всякая шляпа. О! Да блин, дайте вы мне аптечку какую-нибудь. Наконец-то дали, о. 2 стимулятора. Ажно. А вот еще. Руки-ноги. О, убила. 2 выстрела и все. Как ее убивать, эту фиговину? Воу-воу-воу-воу. Бери. Да и зачем ты, блин? Это доктор Мёрбиус. Я сохранюсь. Да походу он и есть этот доктор Мёрбиус. Интересно, по нему попадаю вообще, нет? Да, наверное, попадал. На, родной. Сейчас я тебе здесь гасану. Вон 2 деления осталось. Одно деление. Готов, родной. А Воском, что ты там на связи, нет? Что-то потерялся куда-то, ничего не пишет. О. Здорово, скорпионом мочканули. Что-то пришло мне там на телефон. Так. Это они мне их тут так понимаю, что еще оживлял, типа они мне помогли чуть-чуть. Я смотрю, у него неполные жизни были. Вот отсюда вот они выбежали. Сбой этот нафиг он нужен. Блин, эти... Берешь всякую шляпу, а потом идти не можешь. Думаешь, что за фигня, идти не может. На выход идти, что ли, уже? Так, задание. Куполе запретной зоны. Думал, тут был уже, не, нифига. И вот еще это. Так. Туда клей там всякий разнообразный. Так, надо сохраниться. Сначала надо все вшмонать здесь. На предмет аптечек. Открывайся, давай. Ё-моё, я эти вообще-то брал. Мука какая-то. Так, сюда потом я приду. Надо тут все обшмонать. Во! Ого!
I do so love integers.
Ментатов тут сколько? Вон, виды их сколько лежит. Вот в основном одна шляпа. Так, ну все, это облазил тут. Пойду с этим вот базарить, что он там искал. Блин, там сундук еще какой-то. Как я могу мимо пройти сундука? Костюм лежит.
Oh, hello there. You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days. You seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing you're here for your brain, perhaps? It's just up there. Such a nice brain, young, very bright. Little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV cone? Ah, that's it. You're coming into focus nicely. Depth perception is a problem with this old monitor of mine. Went black a while ago. That's old age for you. Should look at getting the visual nerves reattached. It's just that the right eye would see the wrong things. The flying tortoises were the worst. Would you care for a mentat? I love mentats. Delicious and smarty. I have all sorts of amazingly science-erific thoughts and ideas when those chalky tablets are zipping through my biogel. I forget them all not long after, though, especially with the data constipating my memory core. Afraid binary streams might shoot out my chassis. Had to start using the dome floor and walls here to inscribe equations, although I've somewhat lost track of where they start and end. Oh, did I leave that on? I thought I'd powered it down. Was wondering what was causing the power outages. Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting? Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like? After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I. Do you? You seem fine without it. And does it even want to go back with you? Maybe you should ask it. It's quite independent, has all manner of opinions. Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes. Oh, curiosity. I experience that less now that I know everything. Or maybe it was when I found out some unpleasant answers. The The ghosts aren't real? That changes everything. Why, I can save my computing power for other perceptual impossibilities. Please be my guest. The receptor is there, and the side-switching wobbly bob, just turn that. Good, good, better. Oh, yes, that feels wonderful. This is even better than my afternoon mentats break. Oh, a variety of raisins. You're something of a homily. Anomaly? You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged way. You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition. I'm not sure, except that I'm sure there's a very good reason for it. I have very good reasons for almost everything I do. Even if I forget them occasionally. Although I feel this one is especially important. Oh, well. I find things curious as well. Go on. Well, every scientist needs an army. Mine came to me after these rather large scorpions kept coming in from the desert, like poisonous frosting. How scary, I thought. But they had survived when nothing else had. Perfect candidates for improvement as a reward for their tenacity. Then I thought, what if they shot energy bolts and acted as walking eyes and data-drained computers and acted as bullhorns? Then I made them bigger. Then I thought about custard. I do so love custard. Or was it mustard? Mustard custard. I miss sugars and salts. Oh, I was probably tripping hard on Psycho when I sent that. Had to work myself up to it. Not usually violent, except when I am. Then, watch out! So many chems, such varieties. Whenever I take mentats, I can feel my entire chassis breathe like a big spherical lung. As for the Psycho, sometimes get the chem dispositories in my tank all switched up. Go in the wrong tube. Still, served its purpose. Did I? Maybe I did. Can't have them leaving. Some reason for it. Ethics or, conscience? You and your brain are quite alike. I'm sure it knows the reasons better than I do. Dr. Mobius. Rather catchy, isn't it? It's my name, and my new name overwrote the old one. This name's as real as you or I, although I believe your brain expressed similar incredulity at the nature of such an appellation. Someone's been watching too many old-world science fiction movies, it said. I believe it meant me. I must admit I have a vulnerability for holotape fantasies of planets and robots and all that is forbidden. As for the name I was born with, like the think tank, we were all reprogrammed to forget them, take on new names. It enforces the recursion loop in our perception programming. Now, trap is a rather harsh word, like excrement. Not an inappropriate word, but still rather harsh. But, yes, I did take some liberties with their programming. It's all right, they don't remember. I certainly didn't until you said trap, and then I said excrement, and then... The radar fence to keep the think tank hemmed in wasn't really enough. They keep testing things. They would have found a way to disarm it. I suspect I have Plan C's in place, but I may have coded myself to forget them, just in case. Probably very dangerous, lethal, or worse. So I had to do something else to keep them occupied here. Or as you like to say, trapped. I prefer to have several Plan Bs in case the A's fail. Dr. O, which is actually not his real name multiplied, since you can't multiply his real name in the first place. Ouroboros, Klein, they have all forgotten themselves. And not only themselves, but the world, sense of time and history. All that is left is what's here. I reprogrammed their chronometers, geometers, and cartography programs. This is now their world, here, Big Mountain. It was a merciful lobotomy, really, thinking back. They were my friends, but sometimes they would take things too far. And the world isn't ready for that kind of too-far thing-taking. That's my professional opinion, anyway. And I am told I was once quiet professional. Well... Yes, very good. I should have mentats in just...
Достал он меня. Бу-бу-бу-бу-бу-бу-бу-бу, блин, бубнилка. Так, где там мои мозги?
Dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been? Crawling through pits of radioactive muck again? Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie? Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, quote, dick, unquote. As if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment? Well... maybe next time you hear me telling you that charging a knifekin with a penknife is a bad idea, you'll listen. I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you. Of course you do. How scintillating. After the think tank extracted me from your skull, they fell to bickering amongst themselves. I'm sad to say we were quite forgotten about. Dr. Mobius saw an opportunity to gain some leverage and had me spirited away to his dome. I don't know. I'm afraid the trauma of our separation rendered me quite insensate. I didn't come around until I was safely ensconced in this tank. I'm quite sure whatever he did was highly scientific, though. Hardly. Dr. Mobius keeps a close optical sensor on the goings-on at the think tank. As soon as he saw the opportunity, he took it. Well, as long as your curiosity is satisfied. Barring the unlikely event that I evolve some sort of rocket-propelled locomotion, I will be here. Ah, the meat has I'm... Really? Oh no! It's... Me? Let me see. I suppose you'd continue on much as you are. I'm not entirely sure. Ugh. While the... Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better.
Might I be of service, sir? Very good, sir. Might I be of service? If Sir would press Sir's final area against my primary instrument panel, I might vibrate at a suitable frequency.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped? I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again. And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments. Yes! Wait, you did, didn't you? You are lying. No, you are not. Your heartbeat, perspiration, all excessively confident and sure of yourself. Why would you reason with that maniac? He'll destroy us all! Yes, you can. You don't really have an alternative that I can see.
Dr. Klein, please. Let's see what its insides look like. Finally.
Klein, are you sure we've calculated all the combat probabilities here? I mean, the lobotomite confronted Mobius. Plus, you know, we haven't had a COMBAT drill in forever. I don't think we could form a tactical attack triangle if we wanted to.
Releasing the WOMBAT was not my plan, so get off my voice box.
Silencing opinionators.
We are bigger, smarter, and floatier than you, lobotomites. We don't wish to fight you, so surrender your brain, now. A fight? I've never been in a fight. What do I... Ah! Colleagues! Think tank! Alert! Alert! We are under attack! Fight! Does this weapon have soft lock? Anyone?
You're going on a ride on an Eagle bus.
Короче, почикал я их. Чтоб не дергались. Тут дергаются, блин. Надо красноречие развивать, тоже неплохая вещь.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome gained a frontier town feel, with the few modules installed. They shouted at each other across the HQ occasionally, either threatening each other or announcing a discovery. It kept things lively. Secretly, the Sync Central Intelligence Unit was relieved that not all of the personality chips had been found. What was there was enough.
The Biological Research Station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The Sync continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magnetohydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
As the courier ran through the X8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. rather than performing a superficial observation. They realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after the stealth suit had left it without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
The think tank basement, filled with the lobotomized robotical frames of the doctors, now served as a graveyard. The monitors had recorded the battle in its entirety, including the think tank's final, shrill, terrified screams, whimpers, and pleas for mercy. They broadcast these humiliating last moments as a warning to anyone approaching the perimeter that other smarty pants were not welcome. The courier was the inheritor of the Big Empty, and there was room for only one will in the halls of the think tank dome.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, old world blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
Huzzah, sir! Huzzah! Huzzah, sir!
Мы ценим твои заслуги перед НКР и хотим тебе отплатить тем же. Вот двусторонняя рация НКР. Ты всегда можешь позвать на помощь. НКР всегда прикроет тебе спину. Береги себя и доброй охоты.
Опять ты? Нужна медицинская помощь? Очистить тебя от радиации будет несложно. Ладно, это займет всего пару минут. Так, давай протестируем тебя. Способно ли твое тело выдержать еще один имплантат? Отлично. Тебе хватит здоровья еще на один имплантат. Какую хирургическую операцию ты планируешь? Ладно. Опять ты? Нужна медицинская помощь? Хорошо. Отлично. Полностью он называется немейская субдермальная броня. Недешевый вариант. 8000 крышек. Зато этот имплантат сделает твои клетки крепче стали. Пули от тебя отскакивать, конечно, не будут, но поранить тебя станет труднее. Располагайся в автодоке. Операция займет несколько часов. Опять ты? Так, давай протестируем тебя. Способно ли твое тело выдержать еще один имплантат? Отлично. Тебе хватит здоровья еще на один имплантат. Какую хирургическую операцию ты планируешь? Могу имплантировать гипертрофикатор за 4000 крышек. Он воздействует на надпочечники и быстро наращивает мышечную массу. Располагайся в автодоке. Операция займет несколько часов. Опять ты? Нужна медицинская помощь? Так, давай протестируем тебя. Способно ли твое тело выдержать еще один имплантат? Отлично. Тебе хватит здоровья еще на один имплантат. Какую хирургическую операцию ты планируешь? Ноцицептивный регулятор модифицирует твою сердечно-сосудистую систему, и ты не так быстро устаешь. Цена 4000 крышек, как на почти все другие имплантаты. Располагайся в автодоке. Операция займет несколько часов. Опять ты? Нужна медицинская помощь? Так, давай. Отлично. Тебе... Всего доброго.
тебе попадались ветераны Легиона, прибывшие из Аризоны? Им неведом страх.
Ава, хочешь отправиться вверх по реке? Я курсор Лукул, и мне приказано доставить тебя в лагерь Легиона у форта. Ты идешь или нет? Вале.
Стой! Что тебе нужно в Котунут-Коув? Что ж, можешь пройти. Но знай, выступишь против нас, попадешь на крест.
Ава. Ты лично встретишься с великим Цезарем, основателем Легиона, покорителем 86 племен. На моей памяти это первый раз, когда Цезарь призвал кого-то из распутников к себе. Даже вожди племен не удостаиваются такой чести. Все, кто не служат Легиону, распутники. Они живут в разврате, забыв о морали, без нравственности, выдержки и самоконтроля. Само их существование – язва на теле общего блага. Много хуже плутократы, вид распутников, который обитает по эту сторону реки. Они притворяются цивилизованными, однако на деле развращены и эгоистичны. Скоро им будет открыта истина. Тебе виднее, но твой путь необычен, раз Цезарь проявил к тебе такой интерес. Путь займет несколько часов. занимай место в лодке.
По приказу Цезаря все посетители должны разоружиться и оставить все запрещенные предметы. Приказ также касается этой платиновой фишки. Пока что. Цезарь строго запрещает наркотики и алкоголь. Он приказал также забирать оружие у всех посетителей. Если ты идешь с миром, тебе нет нужды носить оружие. Тебе не причинят вреда против воли Цезаря. Алкоголь и все химикаты, включая стимуляторы и другие наркотики. Не знаю, зачем Цезарю беседовать с таким хилым созданием, но я сделаю для тебя исключение. На тебе знак Цезаря, но даже не думай поделиться своими лекарствами с кем-то в форте. Это последнее предупреждение. Немедленно сдай оружие и запрещенные товары, или мы применим силу. Эта дубина спорит с легионом, братья. Давайте научим его манерам.
Ава.
Вот ты.
Ну давай!
Расплата. Расплата. Расплата.
Достаточно?
Короче, сейчас Цезаря гребет по полной программе. Сдавай ему то, сдавай ему все. Сейчас я ему сдам. Бегут жертвы. На кого вы ринулись, сявки? Сейчас я вас тут всех покромсаю. На лавтаки порву. Цезаре, не Цезаре, мне без разницы. Ты чё там за раба спрятался? На сопку залез, думаешь, я тебя там не достану? На. Броня, мачете. Больше ничего путевого нету. Да, что ли? Ну все. Бегай тут за ними, за этими балбесами. На. Фига вас здесь, родные. Тут не попутали ничего. Блин, слоумо это еще. Где кто? Где он этот? Балбесина. Ну тут еще, блин, с автоматом, блин. Да дергались. Дергунчики. Вон их тут навалял. Так, всем сапарилу. Выпьем шашлычок, захаваем. Грязной воды. Мозги собаки какие-то, что ли, там? О, собачатина. Так, сохранимся. Зря я тут, что ли, коцался. Вон там этих жертв еще. Сейчас будет месилово. Куда ты побежал? Палкой его не пробьешь, блин. Где он?
Здесь все чисто.
Так на отжимании его и грохнул. И где ты, блин? Где этот Цезарь тут сидит? Ну тут что ли?
Вот ты где.
Каща. Каща. Пошел один. Блин, не пробиваются, гады. Только в стелсе. И перчатку свою отдай.
Распознана враждебная.
Пожалуйста, проходите. Пожалуйста, проходите. Пожалуйста, проходите. Пожалуйста, проходите.
Добро пожаловать.
It seems that the territory...
В чем дело? Пошли поустраиваем неприятности. Увидимся.
are about to blow up.